So I'm really excited to be here before you. I am a bit of an MC, and at that, I've never felt my heart beat more than right now, and that includes being in front of thousands of people. So, hi, my name's Willy. It rhymes with silly. Gotcha on that one, Arnold. And, you know, my real nickname's actually Bill. So that's not cool, because that's like a creepy guy by a water cooler at work. And that's just not me. Everybody say, hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Yeah. And then say, hi, Willy. Hi, Willy. Yeah, see, it works. So you get rid of that whole Bill thing, and then it works. So before we jump into the kind of speech, I always like to do a little bit of a listening exercise. So you got your ears out, because I didn't want to take a photo of mine, so pardon the creepy zippy look, you know. But we've got those out. So how many of you think you're great listeners? By a show of hands, if you please. Okay, well, a lot of you are honest, because half the room raised their hands, so that's okay. So we're going to say one word. That word is spot. We're going to say it 5 times out loud. We're going to count it down, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to say it 5 times. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Spot, 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 spot. What do you do at a green light? Yeah, all of you are wrong. Your listening skills. Where are we? What do you do at a green light? You go! Yeah. That might explain why traffic sucks so bad out on Market during rush hour. So just to warm up, we'll just call it what it is. So yeah, you go at green lights. So my name's Willy, with a Y, Kollman, with a K, spelled the right way, okay? And I am Director of Alumni Relations. That isn't the narrative that I'm sharing with, and at our great university here in Akron. The narrative is actually how I kind of got to it in the most unlikely way, in a way that I don't think I would have ever imagined that I'd be able to serve in the humbled role. So I'm going to speak about a do-over, if you will. All right, so a do-over is actually what helped me get to where I am into that role. And a do-over, by definition, an opportunity to try or perform something a second time. How many of you have had do-overs? Yeah, and they're great. They're not necessarily second chances. A do-over is just like, let's go ahead and start it over. So my do-over begins essentially when I was in high school. I was a DJ at the age of 14. Can you tell? Yeah, especially this guy next to me. I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, so I made a lot of money as a DJ, and I told my parents, I don't want to go to college. I make a lot of money. And my mom's like, no, 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 no. You are going to college. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, you are. And I'm like, got it. Yeah, I'm going to college now. My mom is actually a 4th-generation college student. So for those who think you're first generation, the pressure's there, it is also is equal in that sense. So there was me. Mom's pushing me, up the river, and I am going to college. And where did I happen to land? Well, of course, you know, since I've already told you, right there at our great University of Akron. Yes. And so University of Akron was great. I started in 2003, and that was fine. And it was going through its transition, its building phase. But I was noticing a theme there. And that theme was that everyone was going home on the weekends. It really just wasn't fun. There was no spirit. There was no pride. And here comes the slide. You get the point into that. There was this guy in Columbus that everybody absolutely loved. And they were wearing scarlet and gray T-shirts right there at Akron when they should have been wearing blue and gold. And I had a problem with that. And here I was on the weekends like, Mom, I want to come home. Can I see the dog? And she's just like, all right, fine. You gave it your try. I spent a year and a half at Akron, and I came home. I worked in a greenhouse. I was a college dropout. Anybody? Yeah. Got the album cover on that one. And there I worked. And my dad's like, you're going to go water 22,000 geraniums. I'm like, Mom, can I go back home again? I don't want to water either. And so it all came down to a really deep, dark moment. And that dark moment was, of course, the depression that a 23-year-old would experience. But it was real. And I felt this heart of going nowhere. I was completely, your battery's running low. I was completely in trouble. And this is more than 20 seconds. But there came a conversation that someone had with me. And it was on pride. And that were my parents. And my dad and my mom looked at me and said, take a personal responsibility in displaying excellence. Instead of being a part of the problem and leaving, go back and do something about that problem. If you don't feel their spirit or pride, go ahead and create it. And I went, okay, I'll give it a shot one more time. And I went back to the University of Akron, and I put forth this idea of some blue and gold pride right on campus, starting from scratch, with the idea of the AK Rowdies, right? Yeah. The AK Rowdies stands for Ruthless, Obnoxious, Wild, Dedicated, Insane, Egotistical Students. And it sounded great at the time. It sounds weird now. And I led the charge. Yeah. I put on that cape, I put on the wig, and I let it sing. And we were a small and mighty group of students in 2006, but we went forward, and it really worked. It started to get the notice that people were actually wearing blue and gold shirts on campus. And that small and mighty group turned into a bigger group. We created rivalry. We made Fear the Roo something of what was worth it. We got the Fear the Roo logo on the Kent State water tower. We infiltrated the Kent State student section and made them hold up a sign. Because they can't read when they open up signs. We told them it says, Akron sucks. And they're like, okay, we'll hold it up. 37 students is what we had all year long in 2007. I'm like, this is great. We got it. We did. We succeeded. 37 people, man. Can you believe it? Soon enough, little did we ever realize, 3 years later, at a soccer game, behind that very goal, we would take 37 students and we would turn them into 2,000. Yeah. And I was just happy that they were actually wearing a blue and gold shirt. I'm like, hey, that's a good shirt right there, And the guy with the Ohio State shirt, I'm like, hey, you go there? Is that where your degrees come from? Get out. So we stayed with it. But it wasn't a matter of bringing all these students out. It was just the fact that we created something. And little did I know that it led me to an opportunity. And that opportunity took me from being that guy to getting a graduate assistantship in athletics just because I was bringing students out. Imagine Akron getting fans. And then we got down into an area, and it just so happens I started to work for the guy that was in Columbus. And then all of a sudden I got to be where I am today. And I'm so grateful. And I leave you with this last slide, which is blank and bright. And bright controls the dark. And what will you say? What will you do? Impact someone. Tell someone that you see is struggling to be yourself. Go forward. Do something about the problem. Don't be a part of it. Okay? And that's the most important thing. And I got that ring, too, just for all that work. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.